Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, conditions since our last feed significantly got a lot worse across the area. We right now are in St. Paul, Minnesota, working. Gonna hop on 35 south. There's at least a couple inches. I mean, some places could even say about 3 inches of snow now on the ground with this system. It's gotten really, I mean, the conditions could deteriorate pretty badly. Gonna be en route to a few car accidents on 35 here. I-35 west or southbound out of the Twin Cities area, just south of where we were earlier, where we turned around and went back north. The highway's closed down. They've closed the highway down both directions, I'm pretty sure, due to the conditions of the roads. Emergency vehicles are only allowed on that road. So we're en route down there to see if we can maybe get some video from there. We did upload, or we're working to upload one video that we captured from some of our video from earlier. It's going to be a slow and steady drive though. Again, like, share the video, please. It helps get the word out there about the conditions across the region here. But yeah, it's pretty bad. That car is doing a really wide U-turn. If you remember, if you're on the stream last night, you remember that we drove past the cathedral last night. That is the cathedral in front of us that you can barely make out. That's less than a quarter of a mile in front of us. That is how bad and how heavy the snow is falling down at this time. Again, several accidents are being reported all across the area. Car to our left just lost control and was sliding there. It's pretty wild out here. On the right, you see a on the right, you saw that tractor sweeper blowing off the snow on the road there. Again, it's a very, very light, fluffy snow. Air temperatures now around 7 degrees. This morning we did our first live stream. Temperatures were more around that 10-degree mark, so they've continued to decrease. Winds have continued to increase, resulting in lots of blowing snow across the region. We're gonna take this really slow here. I saw a car lose its traction earlier. All right, we're gonna hop on 35 south. Traffic is, generally speaking, crawling. If anyone is out, this weather's definitely really deteriorated fast. There's a car here on the right. Let's see how long it takes you guys to see that car. There it is. That's the visibility for you. Mere 100 feet, 200 feet before you saw it. So yes, conditions here are extremely bad. Continue to decrease. Again, the winter storm warning for the North Metro is until 6 p.m. this evening, I believe. Generally speaking, 4 to 6 inches of snow is expected. But again, a very fluffy 4 to 6 snow in a short period of time here. When we left our broadcast around 10:30 this morning, we had maybe a dusting, half an inch of snow. Now I'd say we've got about a 2-3 inches now. There's a car stuck up on that right ramp there. Today is a prime example, as I was saying earlier, of why speed will play a big role in a lot of our car accidents in this region, because people be going too fast. They see 2 lanes, they can drive on it just fine until they come around a corner, don't see cars that are stuck in front of them, and then there's a giant pileup that occurs. Yeah, times like these, Grams, is when you kind of hunker down at home and don't really go out. I would not recommend it by any means. Again, I'm out here to try and show other people the weather so they don't have to go out and experience it themselves. They can make better, safe decisions on what it is to do. This is not a 3-lane road, I don't think, yet, so I'm not really sure what he's doing. Unless he's trying to run the turn lane. Now it's 3 lanes. Again, we are en route to, we're taking 35 south, trying to go check out a couple of car accidents on a possibly closed freeway. Again, it's in that open area that we were just out in earlier in the broadcast, earlier this morning. I said it's going to be blowing and drifting in the middle of nowhere, and that's in fact where we had our big pileup. I'm assuming it's going to be a pileup. I don't really know. The cameras are down in the area. But a possible pileup, whatever it is, conditions closed down the highway to only emergency vehicles. There was also a reported accident somewhere around this general area. We'll have to see if that's still there, if that was actually a thing. I personally am not seeing a car accident here, so not really sure what that was. We'll have to see. I'll keep an eye on this area, though. Visibility is down to now less than a quarter of a mile, I'd say. I don't know if you guys can even see the white vans in front of me, about 200 feet in front of me. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Everyone's braking. Everyone's merging. Looks like we're getting into a bottleneck up here. That's always good. This is where you start getting issues with bottlenecks and car accidents, when you get a very slow group of cars here and no one behind you can see that, and they're still going too fast for conditions. So they slam on their brakes, and then that's when you get your pile up. So I do not like being at the end of traffic like this. Where you have three different highways merging into one. I'm in one, second lane, and there's a third lane. Three highways congesting into one. You get a lot of wrecks in this general area, oftentimes due to speed. Thankfully, everyone seems to be going slow through there as of right now. Yeah, road conditions have definitely deteriorated quite a bit here this afternoon. End of our last live stream, we had maybe again like half an inch of snow, and we've definitely picked up a couple inches since then. Road Road speeds right now on 35 South, that's where I am, going through the Egan area, about 40-45 miles per hour, if you're lucky. Otherwise, it's pretty bad out here. We are en route down to just south of Elkmo, Minnesota. The highway's been closed down and is only open to emergency personnel. We're going to take a side street that parallels it to try and get some video down there. I believe there's a pileup that could be down that general area, so we're en route to that there. Visibility has significantly decreased throughout the afternoon. Visibility, I don't know, it's got to be about 500 feet at this point. It's less than a quarter of a mile, I know that much. Cannot see much of anything far beyond the cars ahead of me here. In case you were wondering, yes, this is a 2 to 3 lane highway. You wouldn't know. The only lane that's plowed is the far right lane, which becomes an exit for Pilot Knob Road here in Egan. Saw lane. Again, we are on 35 South. I'm going through the Egan area right now, going towards the Burnsville, Minnesota area, and then led through the Lakeville, Minnesota area in a little bit here. Road conditions are not good. Visibility is terrible. It's increased a little bit here. I can see maybe a quarter of a mile now. Looks like we got a little bit of a gap in the strong winds, but anytime you get a gust of wind with how light the snow is, your visibility is lost almost immediately. So conditions are not good around here. Several accidents being reported again across the area. We might run into a few here along the way. Just thought I saw a few on the apps. 35 just south of Elkmo has been shut down completely. The highway, I believe both directions is shut down. Emergency personnel only are allowed on that road at this time. We're going to head down that direction. We're going to get off before that area though and take a side street to get out there. Just to investigate what's going on. I believe there's likely a pileup. That area is very open. There is pockets of openness, and with the blowing and drifting that I had mentioned earlier, that area was going to likely be a trouble spot, and it ended up being that. So that is where we are en route to, is down south of the Twin Cities area for that closed off highway. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it across your social media pages, help get the word out there about the conditions across the area. It helps us greatly. Again, we are in the Egan area as of right now. and there are 2 to 3 lanes on this road. You wouldn't believe it. It's very hard to see. Attempt to pass this guy, but road conditions aren't good enough for me to do that. Seen some eagles. Saw an eagle fly over the car. Beautiful birds. So we're getting to the south side of the Egan area now, starting to begin to get into the outer edges of Burnsville. Car behind me does not have any headlights on, or if they probably have their auto lights. That's a fun fact. A lot of people will put their auto lights on their cars, and because it's sunny out, your auto lights will not always turn on, especially even if it's snowing out. So a good rule of thumb is, generally speaking, if you're in inclement weather, rain, snow, whatever, turn your headlights all the way on. Don't use the auto function, because oftentimes they will not turn on and you are not visible. The only reason I saw the car behind me was because the road was actually semi-paved, so the white car stood out to the dark road. Otherwise, it would have just been lost in the cloud of snow behind me. I'm going to attempt to pass this guy again here. Slow and steady, though. Looks like a plow came on here and they did the other side of the road here, so the road's gotten a little bit better in this general area, but you can see underneath it, it's got slick spots and ice. So these roads are still in pretty bad condition, especially the left lane. The right lane looks to be a lot better shape. Looks like they've put a little more salt on this right lane here, and it's allowed it to be a little bit clearer, but roads are definitely snow covered and partially snow covered. I'm going to bet there's likely a plow in front of us here that we'll end up seeing, which has resulted in these better roads. But St. Paul to Egan, that whole stretch was pretty treacherous. Definitely would not recommend traveling on those roads. Starting to get into the northern fringes of, again, the Burnsville, Minnesota area now. saw again, came back on the road here, so left lane's a little better now again, but the bridge overpasses did not seem to be in good shape. Now entering Burnsville area. We're about to go over the road. We went on to get under 35. The accident would have been on the left side of the screen down there on 42. Conditions are not ideal. Semi about to pass me. He's going way too fast for our conditions. That's another big thing, is these semis, they go way too fast for these conditions. Especially with how long it takes them to brake. That's ridiculous. Have some cars stopped here. I don't know if it's a car accident or a car is stuck. Looks like a trucker's trying to get some chains on his stuff there. Looks like Ski Hill's now open. Probably open around the noon time frame. People are there enjoying it. Some nice fresh powder. Highway doesn't look too bad here. 35 south in the Burnsville area. They do a pretty good job of keeping this clear. We'll see how long this lasts, though. Like I said, supposedly the highway down here is shut down. I haven't seen any road markers or any signs stating that yet, but the map looks like it's going to be changing colors here soon. We are now entering Lakeville. Going to see how far south we can get before we have to get off the highway. There is a truck chain there of plows on the left side going northbound. 1, 2, 3, 4 trucks and a tail truck to keep cars back. You can see in the video here how bad the drifting is, though. That is for sure. Speeds have greatly decreased as of late, despite the conditions, the roads being a little bit nicer down here. It's good to see. I'm going to try and get in front of these semis up here and stuff, because I don't like being behind semis in the reduced visibility. For anyone who has joined us, we are on 35 South, just south of Lakeville, heading towards Elkmo, Minnesota. Highway is closed up ahead with a possible pileup. We'll have to see if it's still there or not, but last I checked, highway was closed down, I believe, almost both directions due to a possible pileup. Coming up here on the Lakeville Farmington area, roads have decreased in conditions as of late here. They're back to partially snow covered, somewhat mostly snow covered. Traffic's decreased though, so that's a good sign to see too. Very welcome for my services, Cameron. You're very welcome. Conditions are crawling up here, it looks like. At least we've gotten a little bit of a bottleneck now. Entering the Lakeville area, once we start getting south of Lakeville is when we start getting a little more open, a little less trees. You get a little more blowing of the wind, the snow. Or they're supposed to get less snow down this general area. I think the blowing and the drifting is going to be a bigger issue for them. That's when the roads get pretty bad. Nice. Alright, time to find out what the roads are really like out here. So as you can see, it's a little more open in this general area, so you get a ton of blowing and drifting across the roads right here. Especially in the left lane. Left lane was pretty bad there. I expect that's what's going on ahead of us here with the possible road closure. Again, I have not... No, it's still on there. It's closed. Southbound is at least closed. Does not appear the northbound is closed. That explains why we're seeing traffic go northbound. So we'll see what comes up here. Roads have returned back to snow-packed and icy. We are now entering Scott County. Again, this is south end. Well, we're out of Lakeville now. We are going into the Elkmo New Market area. Traffic has now returned to a crawl. I again am not 100% sure what the roads will be like right up down here, or what to really expect. I'd say in about another mile, I believe, is when we're going to have to get off the highway because it's supposedly closed. That's the nearest exit. There's a sign coming up here. Maybe it'll tell me or not. I'm not 100% sure. Sign is saying nothing. That's a good sign. Again, we're working on coming up to a possible road closure here for the highway. 35 south of the Twin Cities. The highway is supposedly completely closed off. Emergency crews are only allowed going to be en route to this scene. Possibly a pileup there due to blowing and drifting snow and significantly bad conditions. That was a semi-truck going the opposite direction with half a cab of a semi-truck. So if that's any sign of what's going to be happening up here, I'd assume that's not a good sign. Again, I am not 100% sure what we're going to be seeing up here. Cameras are down, so we were not able to get a look at the scene, but a large stretch of the highway was shut down. So this exit, and the sign for that exit's the exit I think we need to be taking here. We will see though if it's closed. I might end up taking it anyways though, in case we get stuck in the middle of a traffic jam. So it looks like it actually might be the northbound lanes that are closed. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go against my better judgment. We're gonna keep going on this and see if we can come across what is causing the issue up here and redirect. It looks like cars are being redirected there too. It might be the northbound lanes that are shut down due to something. But it looks like they are letting some traffic through. There's the closure. Minnesota 19 looks to be where the closure is. So we'll have to see if that's true or not. Looks to be another tow truck right there going northbound. Looks to have a truck that's completely smashed in the front, so it looks like there was somewhat of a pileup up here. Again, we'll see if we can see it when we get up here. I'm not 100% sure how long this pileup's been here, if it has been that long. Overall, traffic looks to be going pretty slow northbound though. Again, we are en route to a possible pileup here on I-35 just south of the Twin Cities. 501 app for the county or for the state is showing that the highway is closed off to emergency personnel only down here. One would then assume it's likely due to a pileup. Looks like they are letting some traffic back on the highway. I'm not sure if that was before or after this accident, or if this was stuff just backed up behind that. We'll find out here shortly on that. For anyone who saw the live stream earlier, when it ended around 10:30 in the morning, we had about half an inch of snow on the ground. This afternoon it quickly deteriorated, the conditions did, as a much heavier band of snow came through the area, dropping visibilities down below a quarter of a mile at times. The snow is very light. Blowing and drifting is definitely possible and likely with these conditions. Some are going northbound, hazards are still on. Multiple semis here with their hazards on, going pretty slow going northbound. Here we are coming up to this accident here. Yep, it is a multi-vehicle accident on the left side, left lane. Looks like a car began in the front. There are some more vehicles. like they've cleared up a majority of this crash, though. Multi-vehicles, though, definite multi-vehicle accident. This is the semi I'm sure we saw earlier, at least a part of it on the trailer. Wow, there's nothing remaining on that semi's top. That's completely smashed. We're gonna try and get up here and turn around and go back northbound. Looks like they're letting traffic come back through slowly but surely. There is a plow up here, just doing some clearing, big old DOT plow. Oh, another truck that's all smashed up. He looks like he ruined his tires there. If they let me. I don't see much traffic behind these guys, so these are probably what's left of the pile up, the traffic jam there. So we're going to take this exit up here and turn around and go back north, see if we can't get closer to that wreck there, cleaning up and get some more video of that. They've definitely closed off this whole northbound highway though. They'll let me get on that. Taking the exit here at Northfield, New Prague. If you were on the stream earlier, this is where we got off, I believe, and did a turnaround last time as well. Yep, they still got it blocked off here. Don't think they'll let me up there. But we're going to try something here. turn around in this driveway here quick. Someone's trying to go down this road and he can't. Yeah, no, the highway's completely shut down. If you look, or you can't really look, but up to the left here, they're directing all the traffic off the highway. Had them go reroute due to that accident. They just cleared it off. They got one, at least I was asking to see if you'd let me through or not for brokering. And they said, no, unfortunately, no. Cannot let me through. So we'll take a side road and try and see if we can't get some video from a side spot of it. But yeah, roads are pretty bad here.
condition, which makes it about
Sorry,
5
everyone. I was
times
on the
more-
phone there with somebody else. Tried to get an overlook there from the bridge to try and see it. We saw the semi there, and it's just around the bend where this wreck is, and you can't really see it. Accident's literally straight across this way. Can I pull up? I can maybe go up there. Probably wouldn't make it though. Yeah, accident's in a rough spot to really do anything with it. As far as getting photos and videos and getting on the live stream as of right now, but trying to look at all of my options here. Some decent bridge, drifts over that bridge though. Let's try this. It is drifting bad out here. Try another one of these bridges. It might be around the bend though, so probably can't see it. Nope. Cannot see it. It is closed. It is, can't see more than a quarter mile down the road. It's just around that bend, and it's completely white out. Gonna turn around there, but with the bend right here, I do not feel safe with that, so I'll turn around up here. Check on something here quick. 1 second. All right, so we're down around New Prague at this time, just a little north now since we went back northbound. Highway was closed off due to a multi-car pileup. Can't go northbound to get any photos or videos of it though, because Borough Highway's closed down. They're trying to clean it up. Tried to go on these little bridges here to try and get a view of it going southbound, but fortunately it's in a spot where it's just out of view with the blowing and drifting snow. Drifts are varying. It's looking like between about 6 inches to some of these drifts are about a foot, not more. Barely make out that wreck down there. So blowing and drifting is pretty bad here. This area is not in a winter storm warning. It was in a winter weather advisory. They're only supposed to get 1 to 3 inches of snow, but with the blowing and drifting snow, it's pretty bad out here. We'll get back on this side road main drag they're using here for diverting the traffic just south of here and go back northbound. Looks like we're taking Rice County Highways Road here. Hazelwood. Oh, slipping. Way left and right. So going back northbound on 46 now. Ooh, traffic looks really backed up here now. I'm assuming it's likely due to all the traffic trying to get back on the highway here. Everything's backed up due to that. Could be a car in the ditch too, around this bend. For anyone just joining, we are in a little bit of backup here. This is all the traffic going northbound on 35 being diverted to the side road here due to the northbound 35 lanes being closed completely due to a multi-vehicle car accident that they're trying to finish cleaning up. These are all small towns down here, so coming up to Greenville, and then it looks like New Market is the two areas coming up here. So these small towns aren't really meant for this kind of traffic. Something tells me there might also be a car accident up here. This road's kind of curvy in this spot, it looks like, so there might have been a vehicle that went off into the ditch. Also very possible. Again, visibility ranges around a quarter of a mile to, at times, less than that, maybe a couple 100 feet, depending on if the wind's blowing strong or not. A couple inches of snow have fallen so far today. 4 to 6 tolls are expected. Fortunately, there are not many options out of here. Oh, it's the roundabout. There's a roundabout coming up here, and I'm sure that's a fun one to go around in the winter. You can see here the blowing and drifting snow in this open section here, really taking the visibility down at times around this bend. Again, we're near the new market area, which is south of the Twin Cities. We're gonna slowly work our way northward here, jump back on 35 and head back towards the cities. The wreck we came down here to see looks like it's been mostly cleaned up for the most part. Can't really stick around and get much more video. They're not allowing anyone to sit down there, which is understandable, safety reasons. Looks like the sun's trying to come out a little bit here. I haven't looked at the radar as of late, but might be a small break in the heaviest of the snow here. Winter storm watch, though, or winter storm warning for the Twin Cities is supposed to go on until about 6 p.m. this evening. So another 4 hours or so. Anyone just joined us, we are looking north now, going north towards the New Market area, taking a secondary side road as 35 North is closed down due to a large wreck. They are finishing cleaning that up, but the road is still closed off. It completely closed down the northbound lanes of 35 going towards the Twin Cities. Involved at least 2 or 3 semis, multiple cars and SUVs. Unknown on injuries, unknown on anything else other than that. The only thing I can tell you for sure is there was one semi that was looks like it completely lost its cab. They had to take it all apart, so that's not a good sign. But if I get any updates on that, I'll let you know. We've taken a left out of this roundabout, and we'll be heading towards 35 again to jump back north. you haven't yet, please like and share the live stream. It really helps us get the word out about the conditions. If you want to continue to see more of our live streams and get notifications on the latest, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification button. Continue to do more of these. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We post photos and videos on there often, outside of just this area. Oh, looks like they're gathering all the vehicles from the wreck right there. At least 2 or 3 vehicles are completely destroyed. Some Minnesota city plows, or state plows in front of us there, MDOT, clearing out the highway, so when they reopen it, it'll be good to go. We're going to jump on here, 35 north. It is slippery. For those wondering, this ramp is completely caked in snow. So this will all be a sheet of ice later this evening. Air temperature right now is about a balmy 8 degrees. It's warmed up a degree. It appears they have not been plowing this northern section of this road too much here. Left lane is completely snow-packed there, if you can even consider it a left lane. So we're now back northbound on 35, heading back towards the Twin Cities. The next major city we'll run into is the Lakeville, Farmington outskirts, the outskirts of those regions there. Visibility has returned back to about a quarter of a mile. The sun is starting to come out. It might make things a little bit easier, but the winds are definitely howling. And this light flip of snow is definitely being kicked up pretty easily. So you can get a rough idea what it might look like ahead of us here. We got a Amazon truck and a SUV here. Lots of drifting on the left side of this road. They have not made a run or a pass on this, I don't think, in a while. For the drifting is pretty bad with the strong northwesterly wind. Again, traffic northbound is pretty minimal right now. Again, the highway behind us was shut down. We just got back on the highway from taking a side street. It was shut down due to a multi-vehicle accident. If you go back in the live stream, you can see some of those parts of that. They would not allow us to go and get our own video though, even though the highway's closed. So no worries though. Completely understandable due to safety reasons. So we'll keep trucking to the north here back towards the Twin Cities and see if we can't give you guys some more sights across the area. Definitely not a fan of trying to pass a semi-truck in these conditions. Very limited visibility. Especially when he's hugging the line. Alright. So a mile and a half or a mile and a quarter, we'll be up to the Lakeville Farmington exit, one of them. Now entering Dakota County, the south end of Lakeville, Minnesota. Sun has come out, but don't let that distract you from the fact that a lot of these roads are still pretty snow covered, especially the ones on the highways. Secondary roads are not in good shape at all. Little to no touch on those. This blowing and drifting is really making it hard to stay on top of the conditions of these roads. Looks like we're coming up to the semi, actually, that was carrying part of the broken down semi. If I remember correctly, and I think this is it, this semi was hauling pieces of the semi that crashed earlier on the highway. Let's see if we can't go past it here and see anything on it. I could, oh, it's hauling. So this is a tow truck hauling the trailer of that semi. This is actually hauling the truck. That is what's left of that semi-truck from the wreck that was down south. Not much left of that semi. As you can see, the whole cab is completely gone, and then that's the trailer behind it that it's hauling. So that is the vehicle that was destroyed one of the vehicles that was destroyed in that wreck. They closed 35. So looks like a pretty serious wreck. If the cab of your truck looks like that after it, I don't want to speculate exactly what happened, but and I don't know anything about the injuries or any of that, but it was a severe enough incident where they had to close at least the highway down completely. Heaviest of the snow looks to have decreased a little bit here. Looks like we might have a little bit of clearing working into the area. A little bit of blue sky straight up. Again, the winter storm warning was supposed to continue through about 6 p.m. I believe local time for the Twin Cities. Winter weather advisory across the southern half of the region. Roads up in the Burnsville area now look to be pretty okay. Partially snow covered. The on ramps, the off ramps look to be still snow covered in some shape or form. I might take this exit up here and we can go check out the Buck Hill Ski Resort quickly. We'll take this exit here quick. This will get us past, or it'll bring us around the Buck Hill area so we can go take a quick look at what that looks like. People look like they were there as of this afternoon when I believe it opened. A little cold for my tastes. 8 degrees with winds blowing 20, 30 miles an hour. It does not sound ideal to me. On-ramps are slick. Partially snow cover. There's quite a bit of drifting here on these ramps. We'll trudge through this here quick. That was fun. You can see all the drifting here on the side of the road coming up over this main drag here. Those are at least half a foot to a foot drifts of snow. That'll likely be the primary risk for the rest of this evening if we do not get any more snow with the sun coming back out here. If it's stopping, it'll likely end up being blowing and drifting snow into the evening hours, and then the dangerous wind chills after that. He definitely just ran that red light and is drifting. Here's an example of a secondary street across the region right now. Completely snow-packed, snow-covered. Drifting definitely on the sides of these roads here. This might not be a main drag secondary road, but it's one of the roads you'll travel on here. It's a frontage road to the highway. So you can see 35 there on the right side of the screen. Southbound looks to be in pretty good condition. Yep, there does appear to be some people still here at Buck Hill. Take a quick swing into the park here and see if we can't give you guys a quick look at what it looks like there. Buck Hill again is the ski hill in the Burnsville, Minnesota area, frequented by a lot of the locals. You can see it there in the background. So there's a good there's some good foot and a half snowdrifts in this parking lot here. Turned out to be a pretty nice day to go skiing if you went. I still would not like the wind and the cold, but hey, you can beat that. It's not too bad. Plow truck's about to come by. Oh, here comes another guy. This guy's got an under plow and a side plow up. Now the roads look fine. Follow them here quick. Laying down some salt here across the roads. Yeah, the snow looks like it's basically stopped. I'd say light snow's remaining other than the blowing and drifting. Things aren't too bad. If the crews can get out here and finish clearing all these secondary roads now, could be in good shape for the evening commute. This is again a prime example as to why you don't follow right behind the plow trucks. As you can see, they throw out this snow cloud, and it makes it extremely hard to see. You can't even see the fact this plow truck in front of us has his right plow out. So it looks like they're turning around here to go back the other direction, finish up the road. Might come up here and turn around and see if we can't jump behind him again as they go back and do it. Do a quick turnaround here. Burnsville DOT here doing a good job of clearing these secondary roads now. Again, on the right here, as you see, we get the more northerly wind. This snow cloud's what we worry about people running into with these plows, and this is why they say you should sit back farther from the plows. We'll follow these plows here until we get to about the Burnsville Center Mall, and then what we'll do is we'll see if they're doing any clearing in the mall area, and then I'll probably end the live stream there. For the most part, everything seems to have cleared out substantially here, other than some blowing and drifting snow. We'll say secondary roads, if they're not plowed, are likely close to this type, completely snow covered, at least about 2-3 inches of snow on the ground here. Driving in these is not easy. Quick turn here and go into the mall. Looks like they do have their giant grader there. Again, drifting is pretty bad here. Wow. So this is what they use here for clearing the mall. Giant front loader. Turn around and get out of his way. this is how they do snow removal here at the Burnsville Mall. Combination between a bobcat with a plow and a giant excavator with a plow. Well, turn our aim here quick. So what we're currently watching is a front loader here pushing snow from the parking lot here at the Burnsville Mall up into a giant pile. Kind of cool to watch. All right, we'll check out the rest of the area here. Got a car trudging through some snow there. Well, it looks like the majority of the storm has passed now. Hitting this 2-hour mark here for this video. I think we're gonna call it quits here. Just saw a car lose its control there into the snow berm. But yeah. So thank you for joining me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel if you want to see more of our stuff here. We hope to do maybe at least one more live stream this evening. We'll have to see. Depending on how conditions clear out this evening, it'll determine if we actually decide to do another live stream this evening or not. We might try to do one more live stream here tomorrow, but tomorrow will be in Oklahoma with one of our freelancers down there covering the ice storm in that general region. Again, you can see the big old plow drifts they put in here. Well, the plow truck's coming through just now. It's going to cause some issues for your evening commute. Again, take it easy this evening. Roads are shaping up and looking better, but they're still not in the best shape. If you do have to be out and about, take it slow again. Everyone have a good evening, and thanks again for watching.